What's up, family? It's going down, and you know it's going down. If this is your first time checking out the broadcast, this is how we do it. You let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're representing. I'll give a few shout outs, and then I'm going in. So let's see who we got here. What's up, Alvin from Chicago? China White on moderating patrol. What's up, China? Y'all give a big shout out to China White. Helping to keep the trolls offline. Give the trolls all the disrespect they deserve. Who was at 803, the chosen one, South Carolina in the building. H-Town, baby. Kelly, I see you. Akron, Ohio. No pics. What up? Los Angeles in the house. Killer Tay. I see San Antonio. Devontae Wilson. Also, if you want to skip the line, jump into the super chat. Baltimore in the house. What up, Ryan Hunter? I see Maryland, Nino Swag, Cornell Sly, LA. Is that Louisiana or is that LA? Freddie P, what up? Respect. Where my members at? Cornell Sly's the only member in here. What's up with my members? Where y'all at, man? Y'all done went on vacation on me? Cleveland, Ohio in the building. Chicago up in here. Nicia, Ladd. Got Myrtle Beach, Giovanni Johnson. 9 Kelly. What's up, China? Check the email, okay. Killeen, Texas. Who is that? Mad Kappa. So I'm gonna go in and I'll come back to the chat. Hold on.
This wasn't the first time.
The hell is this? I can't stand these damn advertisements. Okay, so Monique went to her Instagram to drag Oprah one more time over her bias in regards to her support for certain men that have been accused of sexual misconduct. Or just sexual assault, period. So Monique was checking her because of Oprah's penchant to avoid talking about white men, especially powerful white men who are accused of sexual assault. And, while at the same time, she will go after black men who have been accused of sexual assault. Specifically black men whom she once called a friend. These are guys that she called friends. She waited till Michael Jackson died to put him on blast. And Russell Simmons, she jumped on the bandwagon with the Russell Simmons things after she saw Russell caught up out of the US. And she thought it was safe to to go in on Russell. She didn't know that Russell would get the support that he's gotten so far. I guess she thought Russell was out there all by himself on that island. So I'm going to read some of the excerpts from her open letter to Oprah that she sent on Instagram, that she posted on Instagram. She said, You also said, if we make this all about Harvey Weinstein, then we have lost the moment. She added, going on to point out Oprah's perceived hypocritical decision to produce Me Too documentary on Russell Simmons. She said, when you either are or were going to, she said, when you either are or were going to be a part of the documentary on Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons, how is it that not making it all about them? Interestingly, brother MJ was acquitted and deceased. So how is he not off limits? Russell and Harvey are accused of the same thing. So in fairness, how do you not support the accusers of both, as you said you did with RS, Russell Simmons? Or did you look for the silver lining for both, like you said you did for HW, Harvey Weinstein, she continues. So Monique is pointing out the obvious difference between the two, and that is the skin color. She said that there are way more people who accused Weinstein of allegedly sexually assaulting them, but Oprah is not out involved in a Me Too type documentary against Harvey Weinstein. It's all gravy. She has yet to speak out against Harvey Weinstein. So she says that she chooses to look for the silver lining, and she's not going to make it about Harvey Weinstein. That's why she's not going to do a documentary. But when it comes to the black guys who get accused, she got all the time in the world. Just like she said that she didn't, she saw inconsistencies in the story of one of the Russell Simmons accusers. That's why she fell back on her executive producer role on, for that documentary. She said there was inconsistencies in the story. So to maintain her integrity, she decided to fall back because she and the producers could not come to terms. They couldn't come to an amicable agreement on the creative direction that the documentary was going into. So she said that she fell back. Let's get this straight. She fell back because of inconsistencies in one of the accuser's story. Question, family. Did Michael Jackson's accusers not have multiple inconsistencies in their stories? In fact, their stories were so inconsistent that they lied. They were lies. They wasn't just inconsistencies. They were flat out lies. First, they said Michael Jackson never touched him. Then they said Michael Jackson touched him. Then they say Michael Jackson never touched him. Then they say Michael Jackson touched him. So anytime they decide they want to change their mind on how they feel about Michael Jackson or whether he did or didn't do something to them. Now, to keep in mind, these are grown ass men. Now they're in their 30s. These are grown men, possibly in their 40s. One of them looked like he in his 40s or 50s. So these are grown, full grown men. They have nothing to fear. Michael Jackson is dead. And they still can't figure out, did he or didn't he? But it all depends on how they feel when they wake up on any given day, how they feel. Like, well, I feel like he did it. Okay, well, I'm gonna tell the truth now. Well, that was a lie. Well, I'm not, now you should believe me because I'm a victim. Hell no. I don't believe him at all. I didn't believe him from Jump Street. Here's why I don't believe those dudes. I don't believe them or anybody else that would say Michael Jackson molested them. And here's why. The FBI wanted Michael Jackson bad. They thoroughly investigated him. They investigated him to the point where they humiliated him, made him take off his clothes, and they took pictures of his genital area. They took pictures, okay? They took pictures of him butt naked, looking for this so-called mark that one of the kids say that he had on him. They couldn't find nothing. One thing I know about the FBI, if the FBI uses their resources, they want a return. They're not going to be just spinning their wheels. If they think they can get you on something, they're going to go in and they're going to get you. And when they start using resources, they want a return on their investment. And they investigated Michael Jackson for years, not just months, for years. Couldn't find nothing, not a speck of evidence. Now, that's just one reason. The other reason is that, and this is probably my primary reason why I don't believe it. Yes, Michael Jackson was eccentric. Yes, he was different. Yes, the dude was as odd as they come. I do believe that Michael Jackson loved people, not just children, but Michael Jackson loved people so much that I don't think Michael Jackson would harm a fly. Michael Jackson just loved people so much, and I don't think that Michael Jackson would destroy a child's life by being engaged in some type of sexual activity with a child. I don't think he would have done that. I just don't believe that that's a part of his character. Michael Jackson was different from the rest of us. Yes, in most cases you can say, yeah, well, an adult sleeping with a child that's not his in the bed, there's something wrong with that. And we have to think about it. We're really projecting our own like experiences and you know, our convictions onto Michael Jackson, somebody who just was not built like everybody else. The dude was different, really, really different. So I just don't believe Mike would have done that. And I think had he done it, they would have caught him. Now, so I did not like the idea that Mike settled. But Michael Jackson ain't built like me in the sense that I wouldn't give a person a dime. I'll spend $25 million and not give a joker, you know, $100,000. You know, I'm like, you ain't getting nothing. You ain't no way you're gonna take advantage of me. But Michael Jackson, you know, he's like, man, I ain't got time to be going back and forth to court. I'm out here missing money. You know, I'm going back and forth to court, back and forth to court. And I got to sit up here and have these people make fun of me, you know, drawing their caricatures and asking me all of these type of invasive questions and all of this stuff. You know, I really ain't got time for this. See, me, you know, to an extent, I'm petty like that. I'll make time for it because I just don't like somebody taking advantage of me. So I would take it there. But Mike is like, he's not wired like that. He's wired more like a lot of these corporations are wired, like to just say, you know what, it ain't even worth it. Let's just go ahead and settle and get this thing over. But I don't believe Mike would have done something like that. Monique went on to talk about how when she was younger, she looked up to Oprah. She talked about how, you know, when she took a picture with Oprah and, you know, how she was pretty much just mesmerized by Oprah's presence. And she said that after a while, she started working with Oprah. And when she started, you know, working with Oprah to some degree, then Oprah showed her true colors. In February 2019, she went on to claim in an interview with Steve Harvey that she was labeled as difficult and thus blacklisted by the entertainment industry. She said, I said no to some very powerful people. I said no to Oprah Winfrey. I said no to Tyler Perry. I said no to Lee Daniels, and I said no to Lionsgate. And she said, and the difficulty came when people that looked like me, like Oprah, Tyler Perry, and I got to put my brother Steve on the list. You all knew I was not wrong. She said this in Steve Harvey's face. She said, you all knew I was not wrong. Each one of you said to me, Monique, you are not wrong. And when I heard you go on the air and you said, my sister burnt too many bridges and there's nothing I can do for her now. Steve, do you know how hurt I was? In response, Steve revealed that he felt she went about it in the wrong way. He told her, I felt you had done yourself a disservice by the way you chose to go about it. They ended the conversation with Steve Harvey promising to help her. And he said, I didn't come here to bash you. I love you. I wish you well, and let's heal this thing and move forward to the world so the world can see how great we all are. But that's not the only thing Monique has taken issue with in regards to Oprah Winfrey. Now, listen, Steve promised all these things, but of course he's yet to deliver because Steve is every bit of a snake that everybody claims he is. But back to Oprah Winfrey, she said that she also revealed her disappointment in Oprah's decision to invite her parents and her brother Gerald on her show to discuss Monique's accusations of molestation. She said she had a conversation with Oprah. She considered Oprah a friend. She had a conversation with Oprah and she was like, I'm not with that. But Oprah went behind her back and put her family on the show without letting her know, of course. And, she never trusted Oprah since. And so she wasn't really feeling Oprah. She didn't want to bow down and kiss the ring. Now, a lot of people who are used to bowing down and kissing the ring and not really having 2 feet to stand on, not really standing for anything, they can't understand Monique's position. I've read a number of comments where people say Monique should just shut her mouth and just move on. Maybe that's good for you if that's what makes you sleep good at night, but obviously that don't make Monique sleep good at night. Monique, the same thing. What's funny is how the same thing that people love you for, they can grow to hate you for. Exact same thing that they love you for, they can grow to hate you for. People love the fact that Monique was this big girl that was self-confident, full of self-confidence and outspoken. And now, since she's attacking their favorite talk show host and movie directors and film producers, now she's talking too much. Now she needs to shut up. They want her to shut up and tell jokes. I'm with Monique. I'm gonna tell you like this. I would rather ride with somebody who has integrity, somebody who will stand on something, who will stand for what they believe in, than somebody who will just go with the flow. And like Monique said something to the extent of how Oprah shouldn't just be, supporting people. She should support a person that's right, she shouldn't support the right people. She should support the people that's right. I don't know why my words are all tangled up, but she's saying that she shouldn't just support the right people, but she should support the people who are right. And a lot of people got a problem with supporting people who are right. They would rather support the right people, right? The people who they think they can get something from, even if it's not monetarily, perhaps it's just the entertainment that person provides. Some people will just ride with somebody just because they make them laugh, because they put a smile on their face. And that's enough for them to ride for them. It doesn't matter what kind of person they are. They'll just roll with them, ride with them. They'll ride for them. And I'm not that type of person. Yes, Monique does come off as difficult, but I think if you look at how it is, the winners write history. If Monique and Oprah were to switch places and Monique had the power that Oprah have, then Oprah could possibly be in the same position and people would be calling Oprah difficult. Because when you got the power, you can write the history. You can pretty much write the story and tell people what the story is, because your story is going to get out there. Your story is going to be bigger because, you got the masses. You could put your story out there a lot bigger than somebody who doesn't have as big of a platform as you do. And more people, more companies and media outlets and stuff like that will favor you. They'll sway toward, they'll teeter toward your perspective because they can get something out of you, whether it be an interview or some other type of opportunity. So they're gonna teeter toward what your perspective is. So a lot of people are really going against Monique because they consider Monique to not be as hot, She fell off. She ain't got the big movie deal. She ain't on the big stage, but Oprah is still on the big stage. Lee Daniels can still provide big opportunities. He's still on the big stage. Tyler Perry is still on the big stage. So they look at that like they're winning and Monique is losing. So since Monique is losing, she don't deserve support. She don't deserve the consideration of being right. You know, a lot of people, they judge who they're going to support based on the person's stature, you know, based on that person's stature, you know, how much money, who got the most money, whoever got the most money, that's who right. That's how a lot of people in America operate. Whoever has the most money, in their mind, that's who's right. Let me see what you guys are saying. Get back to the comments. Black Freedom 656, what up? Shout out to the member. Shout out to my members, Cornell Sly, what up? Matt Kelly, what it do? Who was that, Fred P? What's up, Fred P? All right, let me get back over here. What's up, Alicia? I see you. Yeah, Oprah is the true meaning of a gatekeeper. One Pimp Afro says Oprah is the true meaning of a gatekeeper. Dominique Mayweather, what it do? Marvin, what was that? Nikki Love. Superstar Rare, what's up? George Baker, what it do? What's up, James Benson? 007, ATL. Everybody Network, what's up? What's up? Anthony Johnson, Chicago in the house. See the Sanders, Jason Hanna just popped up in the super chat. Fort Wayne, Indiana, representing. Fast Gober, well, no, that's Goober. Kansas City up in here. Who is that? Princess Zahava, North Carolina. Gia Wilburn, what's up, ATL? Hey, Zambrano. Ted Jobs, I say, what's up? Happy birthday. Who is that? Quasi? Camden, North Carolina. I mean, New Jersey. Camden, New Jersey in the building. Quasi Hicks. Avery, what's up, VA? Flint Town in the building. Sean. Nikki from DC. Who is this? Samuel Jenkins says, I want to say that Oprah is no gatekeeper. She is a yard dog. Always have been. I like that. Jordan Pippen. Yeah, I remember JT the bigger figure. He moved to Africa? What part? What's up, Sacktown? Mandy. I was just about to say, where are my international people? I see Canada just popped up. Debonair. Hager. Jody McCoy. 5150. What up? Corey Holcomb and the Klan. Okay, we got Hustle Hustle. Line France, West Africa, checking in. We got here.
Lyon. Lyon.
What we got? Say Lyon, France. Say Lyon, France. Lyon, France. Adam Kelsey, Adam Kelsey. Philly stand up. Oprah has always been a watchdog for the so-called white people. Indy CEO, appreciate you. So if you're just joining the broadcast, we're talking about Oprah Winfrey
But it would be
and
the
getting
last time.
called out.
I just have to go off topic and ask you quickly about this.
I keep on getting on these damn pages with these videos that automatically play. Let's see. I'm gonna show you guys a picture. I'm gonna share a picture with y'all right quick. Y'all tell me what you see. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, look at their facial expressions. Monique, like, yeah, I'm chilling. It's my girl. I'm happy. It's all good. Oprah got this look on her face like, huh. You don't know who you over here hugging up on. I have sold out more Black people in the history of America than any other single Black person ever. I am going to be your worst nightmare. Look at that look on her face. It don't look genuine. Look at her eyes. That's how you could tell. Look at the eyes. She look like she up to something. Okay, so here's Monique's letter. So let me read it in its entirety. This is Monique's open letter to Oprah Winfrey on Instagram. Okay, here we go. Dear Oprah, I felt compelled to write you this open letter after observing the disparity in the way you seem to treat people who were accused of the same allegations. You did an interview on the CBS morning show and where you asked, okay, I'm sick. And where you asked about Harvey Weinstein by Nora O'Donnell. And you said, as it pertained to him, that you always try to look at the rainbow in the clouds, whatever is the silver lining thing. You also said, if we make this all about Harvey Weinstein, then we have lost the moment. When you either are or were going to be a part of the documentary on Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons, how is that not making it all about them? Interestingly, brother MJ was acquitted and deceased. So how is he not off limits? Russell and Harvey are accused of the same thing. So in fairness, how do you not support the accusers of both, as you said you did with RS, or you look for the silver lining for both, like you said you did for HW? The only difference between the two is their skin color. And doesn't HW have way more accusers? My personal experience with you is you've watched me as a Black woman be accused of being difficult for not promoting Precious internationally for Lionsgate, Tyler Perry, and your request, despite the fact my deal was with Lee Daniels Entertainment. And how are you for Black women when you hear Tyler on audio saying, I was right and he was going to speak up, but you or him still haven't said a word? When I was 16 and I met you at a local show in Baltimore, I told you I wanted to be just like you when I grow up. You responded, you have to work really hard. My 16-year-old self didn't know that you and your silence in the face of wrongdoing would make my life harder. Lastly, please consider standing by the people who are right and not just the right people. Love you to life, Monique. I wouldn't love somebody that treat me like that. I don't care what nobody say. I ain't got that much love in me. Man, you trying to come between me and my livelihood, my family, you holding my family back. Man, I ain't got no love for you. Love you to life, hate you to death, more like it. So this whole Russell Simmons thing ain't going like Oprah thought it was gonna go. NJ Native says, and her lapdog Gail King is a sellout too. But damn, NJ, tell me how you really feel. I actually agree. Oprah got that serpent spirit, Strawberry Kiss says. Nigel Gilbert says, Oprah hates Black people. Her riches came from white media. No, her riches came from a little bit of everybody. But, you know, her bread and butter is white women. That's her bread and butter. You know, she got Black women, but it's a lot more white women who got money than Black women with money. So that's how they do, kind of like a lot of the celebrities do. You know, once they get the white dollar, they'll turn their back on Black people. Yeah, they don't too much care what Black people think. about how they feel and all that kind of stuff. They're gonna just roll with whoever paying them the most money. So I'm gonna give a few more shots out and I'm gonna shut it down, fam, because Monique really done said all that needs to be said. Called out. Called out for giving white sexual abusers special treatment and making her life harder. See, I was with Monique when this stuff first came out over a year ago now. I believe it's been over a year. Yeah, it has been over a year. This has been going on for years now that I think about it. I think this started like in 18 or something, 17, 18. So yeah. And I've been with Monique every step of the way. See, the sad part about it is that we live in a type of society where people love to say, keep it real. People are always talking about how real they are and how they want you to keep it real. But really, it's a fake society, and it's really about keeping it as fake as you can possibly keep it. Monique having her character questioned shouldn't even be a question. Like, how is it that the real one is being attacked more than the fake one? Because everybody know what Oprah is about, but she get the protection. And then Monique is out here all by herself, and you got people not wanting to work with Monique. But Monique is the solid one. She's solid. She's the one with the integrity. But Steve Harvey, the one get the shows. He has zero integrity. He already told you that he'll sell out his integrity for some money. So no integrity, you get the bag. If you have integrity, you got to fight for the bag. You got to go put a pistol to their head to get the bag. That's the kind of world, that's the kind of country, that's the kind of society we live in right here in the United States. That's how these people out here are wired. If you got some money, they want to get all up under you. They don't care what kind of person you are. They be all up under you. You can be a predator. They'll talk about how bad they hate predators. They hate child predators, but let them get close enough to one who got a bag. They'll be all up under their ass trying to get pictures and all kind of stuff. It's my boy, man, defending them and everything, trying to get to that money. Boy, that money's something cold, man. See what they're saying in the super chat. Who is this? Trey Rob, East Side. What's up, Trey Rob? Cornell Sly. Who is that? Christopher Jordan. Lafayette on deck. Jason Hanna. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Jason Hanna from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Who is that? Nara Beats. Nura Beats. Matt Kelly. Okay. Who is this? Trump probably paid off Oprah to drop out of the running for president. Trump probably paid off Oprah to drop out of the running for president. Only thing is Trump wouldn't have paid up. He probably would have promised to pay her off if she dropped out, but he wouldn't have paid her. Trump don't pay his debts. Yeah, Trump ain't gonna pay off. Trump is not gonna pay his debts. All right, family, that's it. All right, so you got Monique versus Oprah. Monique calls out Oprah once again. Goes in on him. Nothing but the truth. So help her God. That's all it was the truth. Can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at it. I know some people out there that's watching this, they're probably mad as hell. Like, how can you do our good little N-word like that? You know, Oprah's been good to us. I can't be mad at Moto. So there it is, family. Who you got? Y'all continue to work out in the comments section, and I'm gonna shut this thing down and jump in the comments myself. Until next time, family, no more talk.